Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again for another Cafe and Diner Archives video. We're getting back into ASG with ASG02 and ASG03. Let's go right ahead and begin. From Employee 17 on September 17th, 1995, it says, I received some intel from one of my contacts in LA on the 15th about the whereabouts of our elusive Mr. Gray. It's either very lucky he's already in our backyard or very suspicious. That again, LA is the third most popular tourist destination following Palm Beach in West Virginia, so it's really not that unusual, I suppose. In any case, I'm on my way to LA as I type. Mr. Gray has been seen hanging around a club in LA, something called the Diamond Club. While I might be well connected, I know next to nothing about the youth scene in LA. Apparently, there is an event on Thursdays called Perversion that Gray has frequently attended in the past weeks. I think our best chance to bump into him would be there, although I fear I would be significantly out of my depth in that environment. This brings me to my plan. Out of our entire organization, I can only think of two who would stand even a chance of fitting in, 53 and 1313. Of course, there is the minor issue of 1313's age, but that can be sorted with a fake ID. Coincidentally, also a specialty of 53. He's also been seen at events such as Helter Skelter, but I feel we should focus our efforts towards one event. Not to mention, we'll need time to prepare for our sit down with him. I wouldn't consider him dangerous, but he is rather sly. I'll have 71 start working on a few napkin sketches outside of the Diamond Club to keep him here. In the meantime, 53 should start working on 1313's temporary fake ID. If her father, well no, if her mother found out I gave her a fake ID, I wouldn't be able to guarantee any of our safety. It'd also be a wise idea to scout ahead to the Diamond Club and see if they have any unwanted artwork around. I wouldn't want Mr. Gray to get distracted by a lovely painting while we try to sell him on some hot coffee. I'm curious. They talked about the parents of one of their younger associates, and I wonder whether or not that person may be of demonic descent. Curious. We got another one that's a few days later on the 20th of September 1995 by employee number 53. So we've got multiple employees involved in this one. And it says, everything is set up for Thursday at La Diamante. At least on my end anyway. I know the old man wanted to go do some scribbles around the place, but that is outside of my area of expertise. Even if Mr. Gray is a no-show, I think it'll still be a fun time nonetheless. Always down for some dark wave industrial goth music, and have you seen me in black lipstick? I know, right? This perversion thing is actually a bit more interesting than just a hot, sweaty goth hop. As you all should know by now, LA Cali is a bit of, shall we say, hotspot for Canadian tourists. And I'm not just saying that as a Vancouverite. I mean, full-fledged Ottawa weirdos love it here. Something to do with the geography, I guess. Got the hotspot, the hotbed, and hot springs. Three very tourist-trappy places. We see tourists come from one of these three hot places and kind of wander out to elsewhere, minus some specialty airports dotted around. Speaking strictly for the States, of course. Actually, airports are kind of an American thing. From what I understand, it works a bit differently elsewhere in the world. I mean, still methods of long-distance travel, but not quite the airports we're used to. Heck, the hot places aren't even airports, even though we still call them that. They're more like, not sure. Anyway, what was I talking about? Right, perversion. It's a scam. Well, okay, maybe not a scam, but it's a front. Not sure how far up the topic goes, but it's a full-on Canadian destination. The goth theme just makes for excellent cover. It's harder to spot a sunny Canadian amongst a bunch of black-clad teens. All this to say, the old man might have some, trouble with his sidewalk chalk drawings tomorrow. I mean, knowing him and where he comes from, I'm sure he can handle whatever the trouble may be, but we also need to be on guard tomorrow night. I assume Mr. Gray won't be the only one there to dance. It's getting a little bit weird, it's getting a little bit heavy, but we have 2 more receipts to go in the next video, and I can't wait to go over those with you. So until next time, sweet nightmares. I just wanted to take the time to thank my Patreons and channel members. Your support is so appreciated. If you are not a channel member or Patreon and you would like to become one, there's a link in the description below. All channel members and Patreons receive 24 hours early access to all content posted on both of my channels. And all Patreons or channel members of the $10 Hellhound tier can request one horror-related video or stream topic, or one horror-related game that I play on my live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Again, thank you so much for supporting the channel and the content that I make.